Today we'll be looking at sequences and describing the rule or the nth term. If I look at 1a from the worksheet, I look at the sequence 5, 8, 11, 14. I see that they are increasing 3 each time. What goes up in threes? Well, I've written above in red my 3 times table, 3, 6, 9, 12. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, 3 times 4, 3 times n for any number. What do I do to my 3 times table in the red to get the black sequence? In green you can see I add 2 each time. 3 plus 2 is 5, 6 plus 2 is 8, which means the rule for that sequence is 3n plus 2. If I look at 1g, the sequence 11, 31, 51, 71 is increasing 20 each time. So the sequence starts, the rule will be 20n. I write my 20 times table, but what do I do to 20 in the red to make my black sequence? I subtract 9. So the rule for the sequence is 20n minus 9. If it's a decreasing sequence, if I look at 2a, 10, 7, 4, 1, I can see it's going down in threes, which means the sequence rule this time will be minus 3n. So I write my minus 3 times table in red, and what do I do to minus 3 to make it 10? I add 13. So the rule for my sequence is minus 3n plus 13. And if I look at 2g, minus 6, minus 13, minus 20, they're all negative, but they are going down 7. So it is my minus 7 times table, which is minus 7 minus 14 minus 21. What do I do to minus 7 to make it minus 6? I add 1. So the rule is minus 7 plus 1. After each of those 4 questions, I've found the 100th term. And by substituting, that's a heck of a lot easier than actually trying to write out 100 terms and find what they are. So for the first one, 3 times 100 plus 2, 3n plus 2. The 100th number will be 302. 20n minus 9, 20 times 100 minus 9 will be 1993. For the third one, minus 3n plus 13, minus 3 times 100 plus 13 will be minus 287. And for the fourth one, minus 7n plus 1, minus 7 times 100 plus 1, minus 699. For the last little section, you're asked to find the first 5 terms of a sequence. 5n plus 3 is 3 more than my 5 times table. So I've substituted in the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and found that the sequence is 8, 13, 18, 23 and 28.